G'day, mate, and welcome to... We got Friday Facts 325, we got new explosions and particles, and I've got no intro, but I've got a mojo. Hey, mate.
That was the intro?
Yeah.
No wonder.
Do you want me to say that you were going to explode? Because that could go downhill real fast.
No, moving swiftly along.
Yeah. So, it's coming to the end of the year, and the first paragraph is the one that really caught me, because I was actually betting we'd see an 18 sort of... Maybe they're going to squeeze it in between now and Christmas. Sort of get that holiday hype when people have some time off over Christmas. And basically they said they're letting everybody have a break and they're not going to shove in 18 between now and Christmas. So...
Yeah, also for them, it's a lot of work because of all the inevitable patches. Because usually the first 3 come out within 24 hours.
Look. 48 hours. But yeah, there's a lot of patches within the first week. So January 1st present, 18?
Maybe a little bit after. Maybe second or third.
Yeah, I don't know. When's the first Friday in January? That's probably when it's going to happen. Actually, probably not the first, probably the second. That way everybody's got time to get back into the office and get over, like, drunken Christmas and New Year's and everything else and some amount of normality and yeah. But yeah, so we move on to new explosions and particles. So we have Albert, Dom, and Clonan all working on this. Or all having
it's a group effort.
Well, it's a group effort in writing the Friday Facts. I don't know whether everybody touched on everything, but like it's definitely a group effort in writing it. So, we've got new particle systems, which we've read about in previous Friday Facts, which we're all waiting on, because personally, my maps, both my community map and my single player maps are lagging, because there's lots of fire and there's lots of particles, and I really want 18s, so hopefully I get some more UPS back, but I gotta wait.
So needy.
It's like, I find a new bottleneck for Factorio, and then what always happens is it's like, oh yeah, we've fixed that, and then I have to wait for the patch to come out. And if I didn't know it had been fixed, I wouldn't care, I guess, but now I know it's been fixed, I know how big the improvements are, I'm like, I need it now. So because we've got new particles, they've gone and redone a lot of the graphics for the particles, because they can now go a little bit more over the top and have hopefully better and better gore. So they added this... So they've been adding new features, and one was to have the particles spawn with a tail behind them. Tail looked good for some particles, but not really for others. So we added the option to spread the tail out in a natural way. The instant tail gives the particle effect more explosive feel, with the particles really bursting out dynamically from the source, rather than a somewhat comical single file stream. And yeah, the one on the left is a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a bit 90s, that sort of look.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this in previous games, definitely, and the one on the right is just a bit more random.
It's more like actual particles being emitted rather than a train of particles being emitted and then following an arc.
Yeah. So Albert spent some time on specific new explosions for enemies dying. They're still a work in progress, but we're happy with the initial results. And funnily enough, I like all the biters, but the spitters, the worms just feel wrong. And I don't know if it's because it's like just the thinning part of the head is where the particle effects come from, or whether it's just the same particle effect, just like bigger because it's a bigger critter that has more blood in it. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not entirely happy with the worms, I'll say that much.
The last one, it's sort of wiggling about. You'd expected the particles to shoot out of its little orifice.
Yeah, something. Just like...
Something like that.
Blood out of the mouth, like a little bit of leakage out the side. Something. It just... I don't know.
Just as it spazzes out, I'd expect to see the particle, just a huge stream to come out of it.
Like, it has brought a new thing to me, because, like, the biters dying, there is half a dozen, like death characteristics. They can die, facing up, facing down as far as the worms are concerned. The biters, the same story. They can die at this angle, that, this orientation. I'm wondering if that means we're going to have different particle effects for different deaths of different creatures depending on what angle they're at or something like that, just to bring more randomness to it.
Well, I can already see in the two animations, there are different particle, sort of particle patterns from each of the different biters.
Yeah, I can, but I can't. Like the little biter tends to spread lower, but they've also got different. The amount of blood that comes out. Oh, I just saw gibbets come out of the big biter for the first time. Even though I've seen this loop like 5 times already, that was the first time I saw the gibbets.
Chunk.
Yeah. No. I want more gibbets. I want more gibbets. It's what make Quake the best first-person shooter. Well, the big step up from Doom was that we had gibbets. Came out of.
What about Rise of the Triad, which had, if you blew up enemies with any of the rockets or explosives, sometimes you would get jibs and eyeballs fall down the.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely Rot first and then Quake second. Yeah, okay. So we need more gibbets. We need more death effects. We need definitely the worms need to have some sort of blood coming out the top as they lose hit points or something. You know, more variety, more death.
Yeah. So the other thing is compare. So the biter on the left on the top animation is a medium biter, and so is the medium, and it's a medium biter on the bottom as well. So it's better to focus on those two. And yeah, they do it differently.
No, we've got a small, a medium, and a large.
Well, it's medium, small, then large.
Yeah, yes, correct.
But the one with the 2 worms and the 3 biter has a medium, and then one immediately below it has a medium biter too.
I haven't scrolled that far yet. Okay.
That'll answer your question if you scroll down.
Okay, fine. It's got a different death effect. Okay.
There you go.
So another thing we added was a damage trigger effect on all enemies. This lets us have a customized effect when you're shooting. So rather than just shooting and hitting when you're shooting a biter's blood comes out, basically. That was really the change. And the blood doesn't come out from one spot in particular. It comes out sort of randomly all over the poor critter that you're shooting with your... He's got a pistol. No, it is an SMG. Okay. It is an SMG. But yeah, particle effects come out of the critters as you shoot them, which is great because I have to say I'm a big fan of hold spacebar harder and just hover my mouse towards where the critters are, and different critters die in different order. And I have no idea which one I'm shooting in particular.
You just keep mashing it until you stop shooting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Either because you're out of ammo and then you realise you're kind of screwed, or until everything else is dead.
Yeah, and it's not even mash the bar. It's like just hold and run away, and then point the mouse behind you to where the critters are, and things will die. So yeah, another bit of refinement they can make is a setting for it to hit at a random position inside the specified box. So we've got a railway port here, and I do love this, that the bullet particle effect, because it's still a particle effect, is whacking all the way over the railway port, which is, like I said, this is how I do combat. You hold spacebar, you run the opposite direction, and you hit something. It's really a pray and spray method, and that's what I like. I've got to say that in any time I play a first-person shooter, it's definitely whatever gun has the highest rate of fire, or shotguns.
The wider spread and the lowest reload.
Yeah. Because like accuracy is not something I pride myself on. It's pray and spray.
Quantity instead of quality.
Yeah, I'm not one to have a sniper rifle. So with these two in place, you get a bit more. Things get a bit more specific. Dom's been hard at work the last 3 months creating specialized damage effects with custom particles for every entity in the game.
Now the buildings can bleed.
Yeah, now the buildings can bleed, and we've got the walls here, and you get little bits of wall being blown off as you shoot it with your SMG. Like, he could have just picked up the walls. He could have used a decon planner rather than just shooting them. Just saying. Like, yeah.
Either way works.
I don't know. Ammo's limited.
It depends if it's same or enemy force.
Well, yeah, but you don't really go up against like enemy walls that often in Factorio, right?
It's a rare circumstance. Maybe that's why Clonen is part of this list, because of the PvP map.
But he's adding more PvP to the game. Yeah, I've enjoyed the PvPs we've had so far, so I won't knock it. We can also mix and match different particles to better reflect the composition of the entity we're shooting. So we're doing rails, and we get bits of steel, bits of wood, and bits of stone, all blowing off, which I really like that. Really makes me want to go and blow up all of Mojo's rail tracks.
No, you can go blow up Colonel Wheel's train track.
Look, I'm not picky, and I'm not going to blow up whole sections. I'm just going to shoot one bit of rail randomly here, there, and everywhere, just so I can admire the particle effects, because they're good. They're really, really good.
It's interesting that a submachine gun can make chunks of steel and wood explode everywhere when you're shooting rail.
Yeah, that's besides the point. No, actually, what I want to shoot is I want to shoot an assembler. I want to see if gears come out of it.
Ah, now you're thinking.
Yeah, I want to see if gears come out of it along with some iron plate. I don't care about the green circuits. I want to see gears fly out sideways. So yeah, these new effects and explosions are very much a work in progress, so we're not going to see them till 18 point something, probably. And they're always providing a much better feeling to the destruction in the game. As always, let the guys know what they think, either on the forums, or across on Reddit, or down in the comments below, because we do have a couple of devs come and watch the Friday Facts video when we do them, if we do them on time. But yeah, they're also mindful of potential performance impacts a lot of particles could create, even with the new optimized system. So we're still looking for some even more performant ideas for the most brutal effects. I can think of, at the moment we're playing the community map, which has the cold worms on it, or the cold biters. And when the worms explode and when the giant biters explode, they put out like a mini nuclear bomb of cold. And yeah, like I said, I really want 18 to come out for those improved particle effects, because yeah, we broke the game between that and artillery shells and nukes. Lots of nukes.
What does this cold wave suppose? Does it just freeze everything, or does it change the terrain to something cold?
No, it's like a nuke. It just kills you. It just kills you.
It's just a nuke.
It's a very small area effect nuke. It's the range of your personal laser defense, which is dangerous because some of these biters move almost as fast as you do with 2 sets of legs. So if you're running away and they get low on hit points, and then you have a risk of them dying and you haven't made it far enough away, you get killed as well.
It seems annoying.
It is. I'm finding it hilarious because I keep watching people go out and try and do combat and they die. And on top of that, we have shared damage on. So sometimes multiple people die.
Okay.
Yeah. I do interesting community maps. Anyway, on to the next one. We have a Steam review milestone. So a Reddit post surprised us yesterday afternoon with the news that Factorio has reached 50,000 reviews on Steam.
It's an awful lot of reviews.
It is. And like, not only that, like the recent reviews is 4,000. So that is since basically 17 came out, the last major update. They've had 4,000 reviews, which is what, 12 months? Less than 12 months? 12 months now, actually.
Something like that.
I have a feeling 17 came around about November last year. December?
Yeah.
March? Sometime.
Feb 30?
Yeah, Feb 30. So they've had 4,000 reviews like within the last 12 months, and they're up to 50,000 total. And don't forget, the game's still early access.
It's not even out yet.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that hold off buying, waiting for version 1.0. I think one we could both agree on was, what was that game? Super popular like 3 weeks ago, and it just has died off to oblivion.
The Automation Empire.
That's the one. Which, even though it doesn't say it's early access, feels like early access, and it's one of those games that I looked at it and went, nope, that feels like far too early access for me. I'm not touching it. I'll wait to see how it progresses and so on and so forth. And there are some people that I bet are doing the exact same. There's at least one Reddit thread every week with I've seen this game, I've umming and ahhing on buying it. Should I wait for it to be on sale? Or should I, wait for the next version 1.0 to come out? And everybody jumps on there and says, there's never any sale. There's a sticky post. Go look at it. They've never done a sale. They're never going to do a sale. And I've lost thousands and thousands of hours in this game, and it's not in 1.0. But the devs are the best devs ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I have no idea what 1.0 is going to do. I would really like to see Factorio, I think they're still number 2 on the total Steam charts on most reviews. Or
that's right. I
most
saw
positive reviews or something like that.
It was most positive reviews.
Yeah, I would like to see them, like, when 1.0 comes out, actually take out the #1 spot. Even though they just take it out for a couple of weeks, because I think Portal 2 has it currently, or Portal does, because it's been
something like that.
Offered free I don't know how many times, so just about every man his dog's got a copy and can do a review for it. But yeah, I would really like to see Factorio just take that prize, even if it's just for a couple of days or a week or whatever it happens to be, because it's just such a good game and the devs are just so good at what they do.
And that's interesting. Portal 2 only has 75,000 reviews.
Oh wow, it's that close.
Yeah, Destiny 2 has 150,000, so it's 1/3 of the reviews of Destiny 2.
Oh, so this is total reviews, but
Total reviews.
Not most positive. Because I think Factorio.
Yeah, so this is 50,000 total reviews.
Yeah, I think Factorio has the second most positive reviews on Steam. I didn't think to look it up beforehand.
Oh, hang on, I was looking at the wrong numbers. 125,000 for Portal 2.
Okay, total.
Total.
Oh, hang on. How many recent reviews? That's a better question.
That means I read Destiny 2 wrong as well, actually.
I'm curious.
Well, it sounded low.
I'm curious about the recent reviews. I looked it up. It's Portal 2 at 125,000 and 6,500 for recent reviews.
Yeah. That's the number that I saw. So yeah, it's a lot of reviews.
It is.
It's pretty far up there. Like, that's pretty significant.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're doing well. And they say down here, I have this absolutely huge number. We never have any idea we've reached such a milestone when the game started as a small project just 7 years ago. Many thanks to all those reviewed the game. I don't even actually know whether I've reviewed Factorio officially on Steam.
I haven't.
I should probably get around to doing that. In regards to other milestones, we might have something else to announce in the weeks to come. Version 18? Version 18?
Must be.
Or they've won some competition we had no idea existed. Because there is some sort of Steam Awards currently going on. I don't know whether I've seen Factorio nominated for anything yet.
Hasn't it, the Steam Awards, hasn't that gone in? Is that still going on?
I think they're currently open for nominations. I'm not logged into Steam currently, so I can't double check, but I think it's open for nominations currently, because I know Oxygen Not Included literally has on their game menu, main menu screen, nominate us for like 5 different categories, which is perfectly acceptable, but a little bit blatant with a, like, vote for us. Whereas
they're all going to do it.
I've never seen Woob do it, ever. I've seen the community rally behind them on Reddit and say, look, we should put our votes for these different nominations and try and secure one of these, rather than these 5, just one of these 2 or 3 that Factorio really could win at, and then have everybody go and vote towards this. I have seen them announce on the Friday Fact that they've been nominated for something when it comes to the Steam Awards, but I've never seen them, go out and vote for us or. Whereas, yeah, like I said, in Clay, in Oxygen Not Included, in the main menu, in the top left is, hey, we're on the Steam Awards, go nominate us for something. I don't know, I haven't clicked the link. I don't really care that much about Oxygen Not Included, to be honest. It's pretty sad. Yep. Anyway, anything else?
Oh, the awards have been paid out, and it's Death Stranding, among a few others.
Oh, okay, so the awards are over and done with, are they?
Yeah, and that's what the sale is for this weekend.
Oh, okay. There you go. Anyway, I think that's it for the Friday Facts. Yes,
I think that's totally it, because we're completely off topic now.
As always. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we'll see you guys next week. Next week for the one before Christmas. And then... Sure. Actually, that's the last Friday Facts of the year. No, there's 2 more. Yeah, 2 more Friday Facts.
2 more this year.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week for the next lot of Friday Facts. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.